Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Cam's Retro Gaming. So this is going to be an old school video response to a YouTuber by the name of Heckin Steve. He's a great YouTuber. I enjoy a lot of his videos. But he put a topic or a video up. I think the title was "No More Retro Collecting for Me." And the premise of the video is essentially retro collecting is very expensive and very cost prohibitive, and there are other options now to play these old games. He kind of has everything he wants, he says. And he's investing in the Switch 2. I think he already has a PS5. Probably the latest Xbox. I can never remember if it's the Series X or S. But he's kind of moving towards modern gaming. And we know with the Switch 2 coming out, there's a lot of excitement. I was also excited, at least initially. But this is, I guess, my video is almost, and this isn't to kind of be like snarky or anything. It's just sort of my opinion on where I'm at. And it's essentially no more modern gaming for me. That's not entirely true. I'm not totally against modern gaming, but let's be honest, just in my collection, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. This is just what I love, just within these two shelves. Or these, I guess it's two shelving units. I have a lifetime of gaming, more than likely. And if I added in this shelf, we're getting absolutely a lifetime of gaming. And that's not even counting my Sega stuff, which is in another part of the room. But, I think the moral of the story in either of our cases is gaming can be expensive. The modern gaming landscape is changed a lot in the last couple of months, actually weeks. Price increases for consoles. New games are going up to $80. That's nothing new. The Super Nintendo had very expensive games in the 90s. I remember paying a lot of money for some RPGs back in the 90s. But, you can't have everything unless you're independently wealthy, and it's just way too expensive to do everything. So, I could opt for a new console like the Switch 2 or the PS5. Play some games, buy the new games for $80 a piece, or I can tackle this crazy backlog of games that kind of appeal to me more anyway. I think I kind of liken this to the members only jacket. If you guys remember, and I guess Jerry Seinfeld kind of said this, is you get to a certain point and your fashion sort of stays the same and you just wear the same old clothes. And, the old guys from, I guess, had the members only jackets and they just kept wearing those, the old folks, so to speak. So these are kind of like my members only jacket. The best analogy I can make. So, I got a lifetime of gaming in, retro, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% against modern gaming. I'm sure I'll get the new consoles at some point, but probably by the time I get them, they may not be new anymore. And since we've kind of moved on to this very much digital landscape, collecting is really going to be difficult. You're going to be looking for more collector's editions and limited things, which I'm just not interested in going down that road. When I have so many games I haven't played yet. And, this era or these eras appeal to me just so much more than modern era. There are some great modern games I've played, but I just kind of know what I gravitate towards. I know what I'm excited about. And it's this stuff right here, quote unquote retro games. But they don't even really seem retro to me because it's just what I like to play. I've kind of curated a nice collection and know what I like and know what I'm excited about and know what I will play. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you guys are thinking about in terms of modern versus retro. Ideally we'd have everything, available with unlimited money and an unlimited time, but we have limited everything on this earth, especially time. So if I were to get into modern gaming, I'd just be sacrificing time to play a lot of these games that sit before me. So love to hear your thoughts on the topic. I think it's a very interesting topic. How are you going to divide your time between modern, retro? Or is it going to be one or the other? Will it be both? Will you be diving into the Switch 2 on launch, or will you be waiting for it? So, love to hear your thoughts, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.